Are you also tired of this endless race of life? Waking up every morning and the same hustle and bustle, the same stress, and at night wondering what all is this for? If this is a question that arises in your mind, if you too are looking for a moment of silence and peace in this noise filled world, then believe me, today you are exactly in the right place. Today I'm going to talk about a book which will actually serve as a mirror in which you might see the real meaning of your life. What if I told you that all your worries, all your troubles, and all your struggles to achieve success are meaningless? What if the real power lies not in winning but in surrendering? Sounds strange, doesn't it? Well, this is the same shock that a book written thousands of years ago, the Tao Te Ching, still gives us today. The book tells you that what you think is life is just a race. Real life is in stillness, in that silence that we always ignore. This book will speak to your heart, not your mind. It will break all the beliefs that you have considered true till now. So get ready, because the next few minutes might change your perspective forever. The person who wrote this book was Lao Tzu, an ordinary librarian who lived an anonymous life in an old library in China. But inside that quiet person was an ocean of thoughts, whose waves are still touching the entire world today. The Tao Te Ching is not a story or a book of sermons. It's just 41 small poems, a thin book of a few pages that might take an hour to read, but a lifetime to understand. It does not talk, it does not ask you to do something, but it teaches you the art of not doing everything. It teaches you how to be like a flowing water that creates its own path, which no rock can stop. The Tao that can be understood is not the Tao. So, what is the Tao? That supreme power, that music of the universe, that invisible thread that holds everything together. But you cannot see it, you cannot touch it, and certainly you cannot understand it. Hearing this creates restlessness in mind, anxiety. If we cannot understand what is running everything, then what will happen to us? Our life will drown in uncertainty. But Lao Tzu says this is real freedom. Think about it. A river that flows from the mountains, does it have a map? Does it stop at every turn and ask where the ocean is? No, it just flows. It feels an unknown invisible pull towards the ocean. This pull is called Tao. The river does not fight the mountains. It creates its own path along the edges. It does not try to move stones. It flows over them. It just stays in its nature, the nature of flowing. And without any effort, without any map, it reaches its destination. Now think about your life. Aren't you trying to swim against the river's flow every moment? Career, relationships, health. We want to control everything according to our way. We exhaust all our energy to control the vast plan of universe with our small intellect. The Tao says, let go of control. Give up the stubbornness of understanding. Live in this moment completely. Trust that inner voice that is showing you the way. Just like the river knows the way to the ocean. Just listen to your intuition. So, what is today's world's biggest mantra? Work hard and work harder. Fight, win, and move forward. Whoever stopped fell behind. We are taught that success comes from sweat and struggle. We have to force everything. But here the Tao Te Ching presents an idea that seems miraculous. Wu Wei, which means working without the effort or doing everything by doing nothing. To understand this, let's go to the forest. On one side, is a mighty, strong oak tree that prides itself on its strength. On the other side is a thin, delicate-looking bamboo tree. One night, a terrible storm comes. The oak tree faces the wind with all its strength. It refuses to bend. It fights and finally breaks and falls. On the other hand, what does the bamboo tree do? It does not fight. As soon as the gust of wind comes, it bends down to the ground. It lets the wind pass over it. When the storm passes, the bamboo tree stands straight again as if nothing happened. So who won? The one who fought or the one who let it go? This is Wu Wei. Wu Wei is the art of harmonizing with life instead of fighting it. It's the art of trusting that everything happens at its right time. It's like that farmer who plants the seeds, waters them, and then has patience. He does not dig the ground every day to see if the plant has grown. He knows that forcing won't make the plant grow. Now look around you. What are our homes, our phones, or our minds filled with? Things, information, desires. We think the more things we have, the happier we will be. Bigger house, more expensive car, more followers on social media, more money in the bank. But Lao Tzu says that which has the least has the most. To understand this, look at a potter's pot. Where is the real usefulness of the pot? Not in its clay, not in its design. The real usefulness of the pot is in its empty space inside it. The emptiness is what makes it worthy of being filled with water. Now think about your mind. Is it like that pot that's already filled with pebbles and stones? Well, the names of those pebbles are worry, fear, regret, comparison with others, future plans, old memories. When your mind is so full, where is the space left for peace, happiness, and love? The Tao Te Ching says, empty your life, empty your mind. Simplicity does not take anything away from your life, but introduces you to yourself. Think about a man who spends his whole life trying to become strong. He thinks strength means staying ahead, never bending, never breaking. Then a storm comes in his life, a time when his entire structure of strength he built collapses. At that moment, he realizes that what saved him was humility, his power to bend. Tao Te Ching says exactly this. What seems weakest to us might actually be the most powerful. Like water, which you cannot hold in your hands. But the same water cuts stones, wears down the rocks, and creates paths. When we are rigid, stubborn, then we can break. But when we bend, adopt flexibility within ourselves, then we survive, we grow. When we are small, we get happy with very small things. A balloon, a chocolate, a story. But as we grow older, our desires also become heavier and heavier. Now we want a big car, a big house, millions of followers on social media. Lao Tzu's point is crystal clear. The fewer desires you have, the more peace you will get. Desires don't end. One desire is fulfilled and another immediately stands ready. Like an endless race that has no end to winning. The Tao does not say don't want anything. It says don't run after desires. Understand the difference between need and greed. If someone asks you who a good leader is, you might say someone who gives directions to everyone, who stands in front of everyone, who makes decisions and tells everyone what to do. But in Lao Tzu's view, the best leader is one whom people forget. Yeah, real leadership is not standing on a stage giving speeches. Real leadership is letting others connect with their inner power. A good leader is like a tree that stands quietly itself, but others find rest in its shade. Death. Hearing this word makes the body shiver, brings tension to the face, and makes the heart stop for a moment. But from Lao Tzu's perspective, the picture is quite different. For him, death is not something scary, but another aspect of life itself. Like another day is followed by night, and then night is followed by a new dawn. Like leaves fall from the tree and then new leaves grow. Similarly, life and death are a cycle, a beautiful dance where one ends and another begins. The Tao's message is this: don't fear death, give it a place in your life. Remember it so you can live fully. When we embrace death, only then do we truly become life. Now pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, am I living the life that was made for me? Or am I just doing what society said, what others did, or whatever is trending? The Tao Te Ching is not a book that you read once and put away. It's a mirror that shows you your real face. It shakes you up, but with love. The path of the Tao is not straight. It's also not very easy because it asks something big from you. It tells you to change not your external life, but your inner world. When you do this, the life that opens up before you is completely different than before. It's peaceful, but not boring. It's simple, but not weak. It's strong from within because now you're living in the flow, not in a fight. The Tao teaches you that life is not a problem to be solved. It's a music to be felt, a river to flow in. And when you adopt this flow, you find that you're happy not at some destination, but on the very path. This path itself becomes your destination. Namaste and happy living.